Hello, this is the last week of distance learning, so I thought we'd do something a little bit different, a project. There are two things that you need to know to help you with the project, and they are how to find the perimeter of a shape and the area of a shape, specifically quadrilateral. Now, I've been filming these videos in a quadrilateral, my cardboard office. So as an example, we're going to find the perimeter and area of my back wall. Perimeter is a distance around a shape. And to find the perimeter, you add up the distance of all the sides. Area is the size of a surface or the amount of space inside of a shape. To find the area of a shape, you multiply the length times the width. And area is measured in square units or units squared. I'm going to measure mine in inches. All right, let's get to it. So I measured, and this side here was 47 inches, and along the top was 58 inches. Now, what shape would you say this back wall is? A rectangle, right? When I think about a rectangle, I know that in a rectangle, opposite sides are the same length. So if I measured this side and it was 47 inches, and this side and it was 58 inches, I know that this side is also 47 inches, and this side is 58 inches. Let's find the perimeter. I'm going to add all four sides together, 47 plus 47 plus 58 plus 58, and I'm going to stack them off to the side like this. 47 plus 47, 7 plus 7 is 14. Carry my 1, 4 plus 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9. So 47 plus 47 is 94. So I'm going to write that underneath. 94 plus 58 plus 58, 8 plus 8 is 16, carry my 1, 5 plus 5 is 10, plus 1 is 11. 94 plus 116, 6 plus 4 is 10, carry my 1, that's 11, 210. So my perimeter is 210 inches. Now let's find the area. So to find the area, I take the length times the width. So that would be 58 times 47. Let's use the turtle head method to solve this. So I'll make my turtle head. Alright, so I'm going to multiply everything inside the turtle head first. 7 times 8 is 56. Carry my 5. 7 times 5 is 35. Plus 5 is 40. Give my turtle egg a collar. Lays an egg. Now I multiply the 4 times what's left inside the turtle head. 4 times 8 is 32. Carry my 3. 4 times 5 is 20. Plus 3. 23, add those up, 6 plus 0 is 6, 0 plus 2 is 2, 4 plus 3 is 7, and 2. Now since I'm finding the area inside of here, I'm taking inches times inches and not just adding them up. I write my answer as inches squared, or I could also write square inches. To do a quick review, perimeter is the distance around, and you add up all the sides. Area is a space inside, and you find that by multiplying the length and the width. Now I don't know about you guys, but in addition to working on packets and checking my email and playing with Indiana, I've also been watching a lot of TV. And one of the things I like to watch on TV is I like to watch the shows about building a tiny house. So here's a show about building a tiny house. Hello!
Hello!
On this episode of Build a Tiny House, we are building a tiny paper house. Hey Indiana, would you ever live in a tiny house? Well, we're going to show you every step of the way, from planning to construction to calculating the area and perimeter of our tiny house. As you can see, it's a little bit wet out here today. Do paper and water go together? They don't mix so well. So we're going to be doing most of our building inside. Come on. First thing we have to do is create a rough draft of our tiny house. Now, our tiny house has 4 main parts. It has the base, or the floor. It has walls, And a house would not be complete without a roof. On this page, we're going to put everything we would need to live comfortably in a tiny house. Things like bathroom, bed, TV, kitchen, and couch. Now, a lot of these things will be on the base, but I also want to utilize my wall space and make sure I have lots of doors and windows so I get lots of that natural light into my tiny house. But then I also want to make sure that nothing ends up blocking my doors and windows. I like to cook, so I wanted a big kitchen with lots of counter spaces. So it was a bit of a challenge fitting everything in, but I think I did it. What do you think? Did I get everything?
Did you make a toy room?
I forgot to make a toy room. I'll have to go back and change my plans.
Okay.
But now that we have everything planned out, we can move on to the next step. Constructing our tiny house. I think we should start by cutting out the pieces.
I don't want to get wet, so that's why I brought my umbrella.
Good thinking. Alright, since our tiny house is prefabricated or made beforehand so it can be put together easily, we're going to go ahead and head inside. Now that we're out of the rain, I'm going to go ahead and put everything from my plan into my final version and decorate it so that after it's all put together it'll be move-in ready. So I think, how about we put a little box for toys right here, a toy chest. How's that sound? Okay, we have our base all completed. As I was doing it, I sort of changed it a little bit from my rough draft, but that's fine. And I also went ahead and decorated the yard around my tiny house. So what we're going to do now is we are going to fold our pieces and we're going to tape it down and put our tiny house together.
Let's get building!
Actually, let's use some tape. A little bit of tape, we got it put together. Would you guys like a tour? On the roof we have solar panels. We have a little bench, our red door with some lights, our windows. Now let's go inside. There's our kitchen, our stove, our fridge. You can see our bedroom, our bathroom, with a little toy box we put for Indiana. And there's our couch with our TV. And if you come back and look through the front windows, you can see that we are watching some Netflix on the TV. So that's our tiny house. So that's just about it for this episode of Build a Tiny House. But before we go, we're going to find the area and perimeter of our tiny house and some of the things inside of it. Check this out. To find the perimeter and area of our tiny house and some of the things inside of our tiny house, we're going to use two formulas. For perimeter, we are going to add up all the sides. For area, we are going to take the length and multiply that by the width. Sometimes you'll see a formula like A equals L times W, where L stands for the length and W stands for the width. Let's take a look inside my house to find an example. Let's find the perimeter and area of my bed. If I look at my bed, I can see that one side is 2, one side is 1, 2, 3, 4, the other side is 2, and then the other side is 4. And we call these units. So it's 2 units plus 4 units plus 2 units plus 4 units. 2 plus 4 is 6, plus 2 is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So the perimeter equals 12 units. Now if I want to find the area, I would take the length, which would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and multiply it by the width, which would be 1, 2. Now I have a very simple multiplication problem. 4 times 2. 4 times 2 is 8. And then we would label that units squared. Another way to find the area, or to check it, would be to simply count how many units make up the bed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The area is how much is inside of it. The perimeter is how much is around it. You are going to choose 3 things inside of your house to find the perimeter and area of. We also want to find the perimeter and area of the floor, the walls, and the roof. We hope you guys have as much fun building your tiny house as we did. See you next time.
Bye.
All right, I hope you all have fun building your tiny house. If you have any questions about finding the perimeter area of your quadrilaterals or any shape, just feel free to email me and I'll get right back to you. Okay, the riddle of the week, our last riddle of the week. What is the king of all school supplies? If you know the answer, email me, call me, text me, comment in the section below, and if you get it right, I will send you an autographed picture of myself and Pop Rocks. Well, have a good summer. I miss you guys. Stay safe. And don't forget to brush your teeth.